Okay, we're going to learn to calculate cost of capital today. First, how to calculate it, and also how to check it to see if your answer is right or close to right. The first two things you need is what is the total amount of debt and what is the total amount of equity. Sometimes you have to solve for that. They don't give you that. Look at this example. You got assets and you got debt, but you don't have equity. Can you solve for it? You can use the accounting equation, assets equal liabilities plus owner's equity, and you can solve for equity. So watch for that if you're missing a piece. Once you have debt and equity, then you need to know what is the interest rate on the debt and what is the required or expected return on equity. Then you do the calculation. Here it is. Debt over assets times the interest rate and equity over assets times the expected return. Here the calculation is demoed for you using the numbers that we have in the first example. Let's try one. Freeze the screen if you need to, if this is going too fast. What do you guess? Will it be closer to 8 or 13? It's going to be closer to 13 because most of it is equity. And so it's going to pull the weighted average towards the largest piece. Where do we get total assets? We added equity and debt together. So even though they didn't give us that, we can solve for that. All right. There's a little extra twist in this one. Freeze the frame and try it, and then we'll do the answer together. Okay, you had to solve for equity. And then you can guess whether you're closer to 14 or to 6. Hopefully you guessed 14 because that's the biggest piece of it. Here's your calculation. So you had 2 pieces of debt instead of 1. Try another one. Freeze the frame if you need to. Okay, you had to solve for equity again. You can guess whether it's closer to 9 or 15 based on which is bigger, debt or equity. And then you can do the calculations and see whether or not your guess was right. Are you closer to the 9 or the 15? In this case, we're closer to the 9. What are we going to do with this cost of capital? It is the minimum from any project. If you can't recover your cost of capital, then it's better that you don't borrow or get funds to start with. The next tutorial is net present value, where we're going to use cost of capital in the calculation.